Hello and welcome to my channel. There's a test that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and that is a range test on the Hubsan controller board here using the Spyhawk transmitter. Now my Spyhawk transmitter has broken. Here you can see the cable there, and what I've been wanting to do is fit a SMA connector on here so that it's neater and perhaps to get some more range. But before I do that, I want to see what the actual range I can get out of this, because my plan for the future is to be able to sit here at my desk, FPV from my desk outside, because in the winter it's really cold. But in order for me to be able to do that, I need to have long video range and also long control range as well. So I built this quad here. I plan to do another video on this particular quad. Is basically a Hubsan flight controller using the Picnic Quad's frame. We've got an 808 camera there and a 1.3 gigahertz micro video transmitter. Now the reason I've done that is this is more of a longer range. It's not really long range, but it's longer than the 5.8 gig, and it also goes through objects a lot better, and I'm planning to fly on the field out there. So we've got the 1.3 gigahertz video. This is going to be received by a Lawmate. Now this is a little bit of a cheat. The Lawmate, I don't know if you can see here, it's velcroed outside on the window here, and it's going down into the PC into a TV capture card using the video composite lead, and then into virtual dub here. So there's a bit of a cheat there. What I'm planning to do is to get the video range to match the 2.4 range. The other advantage of adding an SMA connector to this would mean that I could also plug this into a 2.4 gig wireless booster to see if I can get better range, because of course these Hubsan controllers, they only output very small transmission, so really it's the transmitter that I need to focus on having more power, because it's built in here on the board. The receiver, sorry, not the transmitter. Right. So, one thing I've noticed is I'm recording this with my Mobius, and I think the Mobius seems to be picking up, transmitting some noise to the 1.3 gig frequency. I don't have any facilities to test that, but when I touch the camera on my head here, can you see there on the screen, maybe not with this camera, but it is interfering there. So what I plan to do is plug in this battery here and lift the throttle up. The transmitter's going to stay in here. That's going to get the props moving, and what should happen when it runs out of range is the quad just drops. It just stops. So we're going to do that, and we're also going to record the 1.3 gig video on here. That's if the Mobius doesn't interfere too much, and see how far that we get with both of them, and see what we need to modify. Now these are, I don't usually fly with the Hubsan props. They're not stable for this 120 size quad, but it'll be fine for this experiment, right? So I'm going to set capture here to start capturing the footage, and then we have a 100 milliamp battery powering the 808. We also have a 100 milliamp battery here that's going to power up the video. Okay, the next thing is turn the quad on. Just take a while for that to bind. See here we've got minimal delay with the 808, which is great. And then I'm going to lift the throttle up, just one click, and let's go outside. Okay, here we are outside. I've got my Android phone connected to a splash top, which is connected to the computer, so I can see that I'm still getting video. We've got the quad running, and I don't know how much of this you can see on the video, so let's get walking. I'm going to try not to block the line of sight. We've still got video. I'm using 3G here, of course, so the video's not very smooth, but at least it shows me that I'm still getting a picture. Move it around just as you would if you were flying. We're still in line of sight of the house. We've still got video. The throttle seems to be getting weaker. I don't know if that's the battery though, or the signal. So we're about 70 meters from the house. Let's see what happens if I put the quad in front of me. So it cuts out, but my body is in the way of the quad there. If I move out of the way, seems that we're still getting clear video. I'll have to confirm that when I get back. But it seems that the video is now stronger than the control. Of course, I'll have to fly it out here to see if that's the case. It looks like it's breaking up a bit there. See what happens if I put my body between. I've got quite a delay on the picture there. Yeah, it seems to be breaking up, but I think the video is better than the control, although it's still going. We do have a tree in the way of the house that it's transmitting from, actually. This is getting very cold on my hands. My hands are completely numb. I didn't think that through. We're still getting signal, and I've stood between it here and the house, and it's not cutting out. We've probably got a stronger signal here, actually, because the tree's not in the way, but it definitely, it was cutting out there. I should have perhaps given it a slightly lower throttle. There we go, it's cutting out. And we're in line of sight of it here, about 100 meters. My hands are getting so cold. This is why I want to do this. Just freezing out here. But I'm still getting video. That's great. It's breaking up a bit there. But we have gone out of the way of the line of sight there. I'm going to put my body in the way of it just for a bit because my hands are freezing. But if I move out the way of it, I'm not sure what the video's doing. Yeah, I think we're at the limits there, although there is another building in the way. So I'm not sure what a Wi-Fi booster would do there. But now I stand completely in front of it. The video looks like it's breaking up, but I can't tell until I get back. But I would say that we have definitely, if not matched, then surpassed. But you can see there, yeah, you can. I think it's breaking up there. I just wonder if I flew this higher rather than being on the ground. Yeah, I don't think we could. It's completely stopped there. I don't think it'd be flyable here. Let's see if I hold it up makes a difference. We're quite close to the ground, obviously. The video seems clear, so I don't think it's the video that's going to be the problem. I think it's more going to be the control, but who knows. I don't think this will be flyable out here. We're just going to... See, I'm standing in front of it now. and it's stopping, but we're just coming back into line of sight of the transmitter actually. Doesn't really make much of a difference. So now here we're getting full signal about 70 meters to 100 meters away, something like that, maybe even further. So the results are a bit inconclusive really. If you've got no objects in the way, then you should be good for about 100 meters with no modifications. I have to do this test again. Yes, see, with my body in the way, it's just dropping out there. And then, if we move it out, it's still not full signal. Maybe it is, maybe it's just calmed down because the battery's going. The video seems clear. Good thing about the 808 is that it shows you when the battery's getting low. I actually did another test not so long ago and the battery started running out, but I knew because it told me. So that's it, I think. I'm gonna disconnect this because my hands are freezing. But thanks for watching. Like I say, the video's a bit inconclusive when it comes to range. You sort of get a signal, but it keeps dropping out. And I think I found that when flying out here in the summer actually, when you got to a certain distance, all of a sudden the quad would just drop. And I thought it was just perhaps losing power, but I think it was losing signal. So I'm going to try adding a Wi-Fi booster, I think, but I think for certain I've definitely got the video range the same as the control range, which is great. I think there may be a few dropouts, like I said, I'll have to monitor the footage that I'm recording alongside this. But so far it seems good. So, I don't know if that was helpful for you, but cheers for watching.